This will be knitting tubular and also U-shaped knitting, which is sort of tubular but not joined on one side. So to begin, if you want jersey on the front and the back, you do need to be into all needles in work. So to do that, bring all of your needles into work, but also make sure over here you're in half pitch. And then the instructions to do tubular are very straightforward, and in fact you already know how to do them from casting on. You are just going to knit on either the top or the bottom while you're skipping the opposite one. So when you're knitting the back, you're skipping the front, and when you're knitting the front, you're skipping the back. So to do that, you need to set your lever on the bottom to 0. So we're not going to knit this way, it's going to skip this way on the bottom. And because this lever is set to stockinette, then it will knit on the back. So let's see that. And now I'm going to flick this lever to skip, so it'll now skip on the back, and we're in one down here, so we're gonna knit the bottom. So the only real action you need to do row to row is flip in and out of skipping or slipping on the back bed. This is gonna result in knitting a big pocket. Obviously, you could set needles to interact with each other by pushing them all the way forward, in which case they will not slip. And that will make sort of like a divider between the pockets. But let's drop that down so we can see in there. So as you can see, I have space between the back and the front, and it's making a pocket. This is where I transferred to all needle, but you could have cast on an all needle if you didn't want that eyelet pattern. And all you need to remember is you're skipping one bed and knitting the other. All right, now let's do U-shaped knitting. So for U-shaped knitting, you are basically doing tubular, but you don't want it to join on the one side. So you need to knit the top, then knit the bottom, then knit the bottom, and then knit the top. So you're working in a U shape. And this will allow you to open up your fabric. So if you went full bed, you would be able to make a jersey fabric that is double the bed wide, which is pretty cool. So to do that, it's a similar process, but different switching of levers. So first, let's skip the bottom and knit the top. So to skip the bottom, we're on 0, and over here, we are on jersey. And now, just gonna adjust those stitches that didn't knit. Now we want to knit the front, but not the back. So we go into skip and knit. But now we're gonna go back. So instead of staying on 0 here, we're gonna switch to 1 and still stay on skip on the top. And then knit the top, but skip the bottom. This can feel like a confusing process. So instead of worrying about what's happening with the sequence, I recommend thinking to yourself, what do I need to do to create a U? If I want the opening to be over here and my carriage is over here, I need to knit the top first. So to do that, the top is in knit and the bottom needs to be in skip in this direction. Then, again, I'm just adjusting some stitches because tubular knitting isn't the easiest on the machine, so it can not fully knit all of the stitches, just put a lot of weight on it. So now I want to knit this way, only on the bottom. So that means skip the back bed and knit the front bed. Now we're going to knit the front bed and skip the back bed. So that is flipping these. And then to complete the U shape, we are gonna knit the back bed and skip the front bed in this direction. Okay, I'm now gonna drop the bed again. Now you can see that we're still joined on this side, but this side we're open, making a double wide fabric if you like. You can also use this for other design elements, and you can use it for buttonholes. You can use it for installing a pocket in a cardigan in a fully fashioned sweater. And you can use it for small little motifs as well.